Right, before you click off thinking this is just another boring political prediction, stop. Because what I'm about to tell you will literally reshape how you see British politics forever. A new megapoll has just dropped, and it's absolutely nuclear. We're talking about a political earthquake that makes the 2019 election look like a gentle tremor. Nigel Farage, yes, that Nigel Farage, is on track to become Prime Minister. No, I'm not joking. No, this isn't clickbait. This is a political reality that's got Keir Starmer sweating bullets as we speak. Picture this. You wake up tomorrow morning, check the news, and Reform UK has just won 311 seats in Parliament. That's a gain of 306 seats from practically nowhere. Meanwhile, Labour, the party that was celebrating their landslide victory just over a year ago, has crashed harder than a Windows 95 computer trying to run Call of Duty. They are down to 144 seats. To put that in perspective, that's their worst performance since 1931. When your great-grandparents were young, when the Titanic was still fresh news, that's how bad Labour is polling right now. But here's where it gets absolutely mental, and this is where Andy Burnham enters our political soap opera like the wildcard character nobody saw coming. The Manchester mayor has essentially lit a bonfire under Starmer's leadership by accusing him of creating a climate of fear among Labour MPs. Now, when a politician accuses another politician of creating fear, that's basically the political equivalent of your best mate telling everyone at the pub that you're a proper nightmare to work with. It's brutal, it's public, and it sticks. The YouGov analysis, and this is based on 13,000 people, so we're not talking about some random Twitter poll here, shows that the Conservatives will be practically extinct with just 45 seats. Think about that for a second. The party of Churchill, Thatcher, and Cameron reduced to what's essentially a book club. They'd have fewer seats than some London boroughs have councillors. It's like watching the Death Star explode, except instead of rebels celebrating, it's Nigel Farage doing a victory lap with a pint of bitter. Now, let's talk about the casualties in this political massacre, because some of the names will make your jaw drop. Yvette Cooper, gone. Wes Streeting, booted out. Ed Miliband, back to being a political footnote. Lisa Nandy, shown the door. These aren't backbench nobodies. These are heavyweight politicians who've been in the game for decades. It's like watching the Avengers get defeated by a bloke from Clecton with a strong opinion about fishing rights. The Tory frontbench isn't faring any better. Robert Jenrick, Mel Stride, Priti Patel, James Cleverly, all potentially losing their seats. At this rate, the Conservative Party conference will fit in a Wetherspoon's booth. Meanwhile, the Liberal Democrats would hold 78 seats, which means they'd actually be the opposition. Ed Davey as leader of the opposition. Now there's a sentence nobody had on their 2024 bingo card. But here's the kicker that's got everyone in Westminster absolutely losing their minds. This poll comes right before Labour's annual conference in Liverpool. Imagine planning your big celebration party, sending out invitations, booking the venue, and then finding out the day before that everyone thinks you're about as popular as a parking ticket. That's essentially what's happening to Starmer right now. And speaking of timing, let's talk about why Reform UK is absolutely steamrolling everyone. It's not just because Farage has a political instinct of a shark smelling blood in the water. It's because Starmer has spectacularly failed to deliver on one of the biggest issues that got him elected, stopping small boat crossings. While he's been busy giving speeches about change and hope, tens of thousands of migrants have continued crossing the channel. The voters have noticed, and they're not happy about it. The latest ONS data shows Britain's population has surged by 755,000 in just 1 year, bringing us to 69.3 million people. That's like adding the entire population of Leeds to the UK in 12 months. For voters who were promised control and change, this feels like the opposite. It's political dynamite, and Farage is the only one with a lighter. Now, back to Andy Burnham, because this man is playing 4D chess while everyone else is still learning checkers. His accusation that Starmer has created a climate of fear isn't just political criticism. It's the opening shot in what could be a leadership challenge. When you've got mayors publicly calling out the Prime Minister for alienation and demoralization within the party, that's not just internal grumbling. That's a declaration of war dressed up in diplomatic language. Number 10's response? They hit back saying Burnham's plans are a threat to the economy. That's political speak for panic mode activated. When you're reduced to calling your own party members economic threats, you're basically admitting you've lost control of the narrative. It's like being captain of a ship and telling passengers that the lifeboats are dangerous. But wait, there's more chaos brewing in Labour land. Gaza is splitting the party down the middle, with some members saying Starmer's Palestine recognition plans don't go far enough, while others think it's rewarding terrorism. Then you've got the farmers absolutely livid about Labour's tax raids, with groups like Farmers for Action bringing their trail of truth to the conference. Nothing says political crisis quite like angry farmers with tractors showing up at your party gathering. The political implications of this poll are staggering. We could be looking at the complete reshaping of British politics. Reform UK going from a fringe party to potentially governing the country is a kind of seismic shift that happens once in a generation. It's like watching Leicester City win the Premier League, except instead of football, it's a future democracy. Farage himself has said this poll will spread panic amongst Labour and Tory MPs, and is absolutely right. Imagine being an MP, thinking your seat is safe, and then waking up to discover that according to the latest polling, you'll be job hunting by next Thursday. That's a political reality facing hundreds of MPs right now. The SNP gaining 37 seats and the Greens getting 7 might seem like footnotes, but they're actually crucial. They represent voters abandoning the traditional parties for alternatives that actually seem to listen to their concerns. It's a complete rejection of the Westminster establishment, and the establishment knows it. So what does this mean for you, the viewer? Well, if these polls are even remotely accurate, we're looking at the most dramatic political transformation in modern British history. The party that won a landslide just over a year ago could be facing electoral annihilation. The party that's been in opposition could disappear entirely. And a party that didn't even exist a few years ago could be running the country. This isn't just politics. This is a complete revolution in how Britain sees itself and what it wants from its leaders. Whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. That's all for today's deep dive into the political chaos that's about to unfold. Thanks for watching UK Secrets, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll be unpacking whatever explosive political drama happens next. Because let's face it, there's always something brewing in British politics.